Hello, everybody, and welcome to Empowerful You. Welcome to Railroad Park here in Birmingham, Alabama. I thought it would be such a fitting place for our subject today. Our subject today is called Bloom Where You Are. You know, this is one of my favorite flowers. This is a Saison rose. And this rose has a very unique story to it because not only is it grown in a hot temperature, it is grown in some of the hottest soil on earth. It's grown in volcanic ash out of South America. Now, in order for this flower to grow, it must withstand some serious conditions in order to be as beautiful as it is. So what do you think about that? What do you think about bloom where you are? Shine where you are. None of us are never in a place that we're really and truly satisfied with, are we? Let's be honest now. Are we? We're never in situations that we're always comfortable with. We're not always with the right person that we want to be with, on the right job that we want to be with. Sometimes we like our coworkers. Sometimes our coworkers just, it just gets rough. It gets rough, y'all. But somehow we gather our strength. The wind is high today, y'all, so bear with me. But somehow we gather our strength to move on. But, how about instead of looking at this as a negative, how about let's looking at this as positive? Bloom where you are. Let's think about that for a second. I would look at it as even in the most difficult of circumstances, this is going to really and truly prove your strength, your endurance, and your faith. It says, to whom much is given, truly much shall be required. So do you really believe that you've been put in all of these hard situations just for you to go through? No, you were not. And you're not by yourself. There are others of us who have gone through really hell. That's what I would call it. Some of the things that I've gone through in my life, I thought I wouldn't even live through. Some of the people that I had come across in my life, I was like, oh my God, why are you so cruel to me? What did I do to you? Why did I have to lose this? Why did I have to lose that? Why did I have to lose my parents? Why did I have to lose my house? Why did I have to lose my car? Excuse me. Why am I always losing jobs? Why can't I keep money? It's because a lot of times you have to learn to bloom where you are. And I know that, it's just like, well, I'm constantly blooming, but when do I come to a full bloom? Let me tell you a story. A story about the lotus plant. Okay, let's talk about the lotus plant for a second. In order for the lotus to share her beauty with us, first of all, a lotus starts in deep, dirty, ugly, muddy water. Okay? And somehow that lotus fights her way through the mud, through the muck, through the mire, through the dirty water, out onto the surface. And out on the surface, She presents herself in all of her glory. She presents herself to the sun. She presents herself to show us that through endurance, through hard work, through trial, through tribulation, through circumstances, that our beauty will shine through as our product at the end, to actually show us that we are smarter, greater, wiser than we could ever imagine. And when we hone in on these things, we can show the world our beauty. However, there's some stuff we have to go through in order to show our beauty. Consider the diamond. Do you know what a diamond has to go through in order to show its beauty? A diamond is made of nothing but pure pressure. Pressure over the years, just pressing in. Then you have to go through a digging process in order to find it. Then once you find it, you find this lump of ooh. But then comes the cutting part. You have to cut away all that ugliness. Cutting away all the ugliness. And then once you have cut away all the ugliness, girl, you got something that's going to shine on your hand, that's going to attract everybody's attention. And not only is just going to be a rock, it's going to be a multifaceted beauty that's going to show its light. Every time the light hits it, it shows its hue of colors. Isn't that true? Multifaceted in so many areas that you don't just have to function in one area. You have been given many talents. Many people need you and require you. Share that. Share your knowledge with other people. Then we consider the potter's wheel. Can you imagine being a lump of clay on a potter's wheel going round, with somebody mashing on you, molding, shaping, between the molding and the shaping and the pressing and the spinning? I'm drunk already. Then after all that, then they put you in a hot oven. I'm gonna die for real now. I've gone through pressure, now I'm going through heat. I'm gonna die for real. I'm not gonna survive this. Excuse me, y'all. But in the end, after the mashing and the riding and the rolling and the spinning, there's a thing of beauty to be presented to all the world. Think about that. Think about that for a second. Imagine what a seed goes through to turn into a plant. What I'm really trying to get over to you is that it is a process. Nothing is ever easy. I'm not going to even fool you with that. But you have to keep your motivation strong. Not only keeping your motivation strong, then you have to know some direction. You have to have some focus. If you don't have no focus, if you don't have no direction, if you don't have no plan, you just spinning your wheels lost. You're just running in a circle going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine that? You're trying to get to a destination, but you don't know where you're going. So where you going? I don't know. Well, how you gonna get home though? Do you have some? Do you see what I'm saying? Bloom where you are. Don't be envious of people around you, of what they have and what they're doing, and they have this and I want that and all these other things. Sometimes we can't even handle what they have. We don't even know how they got what they have. Do you really want what they have? Do you see what I'm saying? I want this job. I want that job. Can you handle that type of responsibility? Can you handle that type of stress? They make it look easy because that's their gift. You may not be gifted in that area. So you have to bloom where you are. Learn to bloom where you are. Deal with what you have. Have you been diligent over the little bit that you have been given? Have you been diligent over it? Have you been careful with it? What have you done? Let's speak to that for a second. Let's speak to that very thing. Let's speak to an aspiration that you're seeking. A job that you think doesn't belong to somebody else, a car that you think doesn't belong to somebody else, a home that you don't believe that belongs to somebody else, a man, woman, whatever. What makes you so different from them? I'll wait. Did they work hard to get what they have? Or did they just show up one day and it fell in their lap? The hours of study, the hours of preparation, let alone having that God-given gift to do that job. That was on their journey map. That wasn't on your journey map. That was on their journey map. They're following their journey. What are you doing with your own? What are you doing with your own journey? What are you doing with your journey map? Doors have been opened for you. Did you walk in them? Opportunities have been presented to you. Did you take them? Or are you still standing there gazing around like a child in a toy store at what I could have? Let's be a little more realistic about blooming where we are. Take, for instance, a tree. See all these trees out here? See all these trees? See the trees? See the trees? Have you ever known a tree to say, hey, today I want to go across the street. I don't like where I am. I don't like these dogs pissing on me. I don't like it. I don't like these little children pulling my little bark off. All these people leaning up against me. I don't want to be bothered with them. I want to move across the street. Can that happen? Is that possible? For a tree to say, I'm not happy where I am and I'm getting up and I'm going across the street. Is it? I'd like to see it. Consider the plants in your house. Your ficus tree doesn't say, I don't want to be in the living room no more, I want to be in the den. Is that what your ficus tree says? And you wake up the next morning and it's not in the living room, it's in the den. Does that happen? Does it? Does that happen? No, it does not. Same with the Creator. You are planted in the place where you are for a reason. So you might as well like it, love it, suck it up, become one with it, and embrace it. Maybe you're there to learn something. You think? Maybe you're there to learn some patience. So everybody around you is going to get on your nerves. Maybe you're there to learn some empathy. So everybody's going to be on your case. They're not going to care about your what's going on in your life, that your lights are about to be off and your bills are due and I can't lose my job because of this and that and the other. They don't care. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we're put in situations where we have to learn to be grateful. You know, we have to be grateful. We have to learn to be humble. The last thing in the world you want to go through is an humbling process. How do you know, Folami? Been there, done that. The agony of an humbling process. The agony of learning to be really and truly grateful for everything that you have, no matter how small. Okay? In the humbling process, we learn you're really knocked down to nothing. Everything that you have, everything that you cherish will be taken out from under you swiftly. It's like having a house built and having it torn down to the foundation. By the time the Creator is through, all you have is a slab. And now a new house is going to be constructed. Painful? Can you only imagine what it's like to lose every single thing? To lose everything and then have to learn how to count on the Creator Himself. Everybody in your life that could have been a safety net for you, everybody in your life that could have helped you, He has closed their hands. He has closed their hands and He has turned their backs. Everything that could go wrong does. You're always chasing the next paycheck, not waiting on it. You're chasing it. Never having enough, never being in that place of having enough. Under constant pressure. And then one day you find yourself saying, I give. I give. And then once you give, then everything can start. The process now begins. Because what that did was it took all of the you out of you. A lot of times we are our biggest obstacle. The way we think, the way we do things, those things, we are our biggest obstacle. We're our biggest obstacle. We're our biggest enemy. Because guess what? We don't know everything. We don't know everything. We're not always right. You know, it is so crazy how the universe will send people to us when we ask questions. And we know when these people come, we know automatically, yes, that's the answer I needed. But some of us, when we're in our cell, we'll be like, yeah, okay. I still need an answer. You just got the answer. But that wasn't the answer you wanted. Everything isn't about what we want. That's why we have to learn to bloom where we are. You know, things that the grass is not always greener on the other side. That grass may be that green because it's fake. The grass may look green, but what about the soil? Is that soil healthy enough to sustain you? A lot of times what's healthy to sustain somebody else is dangerous and or toxic to you because of your makeup. Okay? So think of that. You are an individual. Can you say that with me? An individual. Treat yourself as such. Treat yourself as an individual. You have your own mind, you have your own thoughts, you have your own dreams, you have your own aspirations. It's all about you. Everything in your life begins with you. You're going to have to make that decision that I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. We're our own key to everything that lies before us. All those doors that we thought were locked, we have the key to it. But we also have to learn how to speak too. You know, a lot of times we just speak crazy. We are crazy in our speech. Oh my God, I'm broke. You sure are. I can't get no job. You sure can. I can't find a man. I can't find a woman. You sure can. Is that blooming? Is that blooming? Or is that withering and dying? You got to water yourself. Because if you don't water yourself, you're going to wither up and die. All those things are poisonous to you. You need to water yourself. You need to fertilize yourself with good thoughts, good words, good karma. Negativeness, no negativeness. To me, to a plant, negativeness is shade. No shade today. That is not the plan for the day, it's shade. We need all the sunshine we can get to bask in it, to bask in that sunshine. Good words, good thoughts. Sure, you may not have that right now, but you speak it for a while and you'll see it manifest. Manifestation. You speaking something out of your mouth will present to the universe. This is my petition. This is what I want. I want this. So, you have to first say it. Okay? Say it. And not only say it, believe that you have it. And then not settle for second best. Don't compromise yourself now. You remember, I always tell you that. Do not compromise yourself. Always believe in the best for yourself. Because guess what? Everybody's not going to do that for you. Very few people will believe the best for you and want the best for you. So guess what? You're going to have to want the best for yourself. Okay? No negativity, no shade. We're going to speak good thoughts, good words. We're going to speak good affirmations. I am beautiful. I am blessed. I am successful. I am prosperous. I own my own business. I have that degree. I have that wonderful marriage. I have that wonderful relationship. You have to speak those things, people. Because if you're not, you're just marching in place. And that's a sad commentary. To go through life like you're on a conveyor belt. You're marching in place. Life is going on. You're not going anywhere, but you're just going on with the flow. That's not good. So let's think about that. Bloom where you are. Be who you are. Shine where you are. Let your light shine from wherever you are. You may be there for someone to see you. You may be there. That's your stepping stone to your next level. How about seeing it as You're light in a dark room. And what are they going to see when they walk in there? You. Okay. So let's learn to bloom. Stop the griping. Stop the whining. The I don't like this. The I don't like that. And they this. They that. Nah, 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 nah. Let's just. Whoop, the wind. Oh my God. Let's just learn to bloom where we are and be thankful for where you are, because you never know, it could be worse. All right, you guys. All right. Y'all be good. Thank you. Thanks for watching. See you again. Peace.